All right. Well, hopefully. All right. Well, all right. So it's just Saturday morning here. Having a little bit of iced coffee. And I've got a little bit of a project I was going to be working on. Just figured I would just throw on the live and do my project here. So recently, I got. It was actually a little bit of a benefit from work where I work. They actually had like this thing where they were saying, "Hey, thank you for all the work this year, and here's, basically it's like here's $40 you can spend anywhere." So I just I went on Amazon and first, of course, the first thing I looked up was James Bond on Amazon. See what was available, but there really wasn't much available. Most people, I think, in the company don't even realize that you could do a very specific search because there's items that come up that qualify for the little bit of extra from the company. But yeah, I said to a coworker there, I was just like, hey, if you were to just do a specific search for something, you might find something, and they did. Well, I did it. So first I looked for James Bond, and there wasn't anything there. I looked up Star Trek, and there were a bunch of things that I could pick from. So what I did was I ordered this USS Enterprise set. 58 pieces, 4 different Starship models. So there's 4 different Starship models in here, and I'm going to be putting them together. So now only 58 pieces, it shouldn't be too bad, but look how this box came. I mean, look how this box came from. They didn't even ship it in an actual box. They shipped it in a bag, and the bag was crunched. Well, so was the box. So not only am I going to try to, I mean, look at that. You can even see how it tore in the middle. So not only am I going to be putting this together. Hello, Rihanna. Oh, thanks for jumping in. I'm just going to be building these models. So, and I'm going to try to put it together, but I'm also going to be looking at the pieces and to see if they're not broken. So hopefully they're not. Let me get that box out of the way. So there's 3 bags. It doesn't look like it's going to be too difficult. This was the bag where some of the parts were crunched. So hopefully they're not beyond repair. Well, I just noticed my camera might be a little shaky because I got it attached to my desk. All right, well, let's take a look at. Oh, these are the stickers. Let's open this up. Hey, Rihanna. Yeah, I think this will be pretty neat. They are much smaller than I thought they were going to be, though. Gotta admit that. So here's the stickers that go for each starship. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of pieces. Oh, actually, there's a little actual like a graph paper. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so I feel 1, 2. Oh, there we go. Okay, this one's stuck together. No, wait a minute. There's only 3 in here? Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I bet you. So there's probably one of the starships. It's probably like, yeah, this one's got double. 2 of the starships are going to be on this one sheet. What is this? These are. Actually, maybe I should put the box right here. So this is what I'm building. Going to be these. There's 4 starship models. Yeah, models. Not too complicated. Not too complicated. This is not going to be like gluing things together. This definitely looks like just snapped together pieces. And in fact, I mean, look at this. This is less instructions than you would get with a set of Legos. So this shouldn't be too bad. I do cars. Oh yeah, that's cool. Here, I'll show you real quick. I'll show you the latest car I just got. I'm going to be doing a video on this. But since I'm live, you'll get an exclusive. But I just got this car through a auction, through Goodwill. And it lights up. It lights up and everything. Lights up, starts up, cars, and then it'll play the music too. So it honks. So I'll be doing a video on this. This came from the UK, I believe. So I was pretty happy to get that. I don't put model cars together. I'll collect some toy cars. I don't do too many models. This was my first model kit. But I've gotten, you want to know? I'll tell you the last model kit I got. Last model kit I got and put together, other than this, well, I mean, I did a Lego DB5, the James Bond DB5, but actual model I got was the Airwolf helicopter back in the 80s. That was the last model kit I got. Okay. This looks like this was just separation paper. Keep for the stickers. All right. Yeah, let's take a look. NASCAR. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I find a lot of NASCAR stuff when I'm out thrifting. All right. So let's see here. Okay, these pieces, everything's... See, some of these broke off already because the box got crushed. So I'm really hoping nothing broke. I don't care if they broke out of the housing. I just don't want any. I'm just hoping nothing was actually broken. Doesn't look like it. Looks like everything stayed fairly intact. All right, so are these items, is there like a number on here? So NX01 Enterprise. This is where we start off first. So, all right. So this is one of the Enterprises here. Okay. This appears to be the NX Enterprise, I think. Really hard to tell. How do I know? There's got to be something on here that tells me. Bear with me, everybody. I'm sorry. All right. Oh, here we go. Here's some little indicators here. RD0266. Oh, and here's the piece numbers. Okay, so there is numbers on there. NX01. Oh, so this may not be the right one. Let's go. Does this say what it is? Let's open this one. I'm going to open all of them. See what we get. What days do you go live? It's pretty random. It's very random. I'm not normally a live YouTuber. I've got some concerts that I've thrown up there because when I was at the concert, I don't know if I was supposed to, probably not, but I was just like, hey, this is really, I thought it'd be fun to go live. So I've gone live for like full concerts. But I don't know, I've been thinking of maybe trying to go live more, only because has anybody else seen the guy with the toilet seat on his head? He sits there with the toilet seat on his head and just rambles gibberish and stuff. And, it seems like, the crazy lives seem to be what get all the subscribers. All right. So this is this one. Okay. So the first diagram is definitely this one. So it looks like we can put this one together first. So 4, 5, and 3. So here's number 3. Okay. All right. We will very carefully, we're going to remove part number 3. There we go. 4 and 5. 4, 5. Wow, these are tiny. I mean, it looks like it's going to be so much easier. There's more plastic to hold these pieces together than there is in the pieces. Custom Hot Wheels. All right. So this says 4 and 5 go on top of number 3, which is okay. It's facing this way. And we're going like this, I guess. Or is it like this? Looks like it might be like this. There we go. So let's put that piece not going there. Is it this side? It's definitely not that side. Leave it up to me to have things be harder than what they're supposed to be. Well, that definitely goes on there. Okay. Oh, that is not very secure. My goodness. These things are a lot cheaper than I expected they would be. That one popped on. That one just seems a little weak over here. Okay. So we've got that. Now we do 8, 9, and 8, 7, and 6 together. So we're doing these. So these all come off and then get clipped. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I got my first. It's just busted right there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I've already had a piece just bust right off. You know what? I don't know if that was me. I don't know if that was the shipping. It might have been me. Maybe it was stupid of me to touch it right in the middle. Oh my goodness. So already. Everybody can join in to see me ruin these models. Okay, this should pop together right there. I hope this other piece, yeah, the other piece looks like it should pop on the back, but it's going to be, I could always glue it. I got a little bit of, for some other projects I've done. Pop that on there. All right, that popped on there. Oh, and of course, right where I need that to click in. Oh boy. Okay, so we're going to do both sides at once on this one. And just get that to come off. Okay, success. Let's see if we can get this one. So this one is the starship from the show Enterprise. That's what this one is. All right, I better not take those off yet because I don't know. All right, we're going to click these together. My big hands have a hard time with these little things. Oh, I see. Now those are supposed to click in here. Oh my goodness. Are those really going to stay on? Okay, and so the back is this way. And then these, yeah, and then the round part goes. Oh my god, that is really supposed to hold that on? There's no way. There's no way that that's going to stay on. Wow. Oh my goodness, these things are terrible. This is horrible. Right off the bat, I'm like, man, this was a waste of money. Really? That's supposed to... Okay, so there's that. My goodness. Yeah. Feel like what a waste. Definitely. Oh my goodness. See, that's just all gonna fall apart. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just glue this all together at some point. My goodness. This is really bad. All right, and then you click the saucer together on top of that. And then you're supposed to put this little teeny thing on there. Oh my goodness. All right. I see. This is supposed to go like this. And then this piece clicks on top of that. No, I probably have it wrong. Which one's the bridge? I think this is the bridge part. Yeah, this one's on top. Okay. And then, okay, so let's click this together. Oh man, it's horrible. It's horrible. Okay. Yeah, I just mean I have the hands for this. Okay. Just gotta line you up. I should have done something else for my live today. This is kind of embarrassing how bad I am at this. Okay. All right, now see, those are solid. So that's all together pretty solid there. All right. So there we go. That's solid. These pieces, I'm going to have to glue that. Wonder if I should just do that now. Should I get out? Should I get the glue? Well, maybe I'll glue that later. We can glue that later. We can get some of these other ones together. So there's that. Now, what are these? What's the rest of this one? So I'm not sure what these are for. This little thing right here, this tiny little thing is supposed to be stuck right in there. And then all of this is supposed to just stay on its own. There's no way. If these can't even stay on here, there's no way that little thing is going to stand there without a little glue. So, okay. All right. That's enough for that one, because I'm going to have to glue that. These are the stands. So this must be, these are, so it comes with 4 different stands. So I probably won't bother with those. Okay. All right, what's our next one? Let's go on to the next one. These are a little bit bigger, so they might be a little more substantial. So the Enterprise 1701 and then the 1701A. I can guarantee you this is the 1701, just from the plane, I believe. No, I bet you this might be the one of these is more plain. Where's my little indicator? There it is. This is the hard to tell. Hard to tell. This is the big guy. That's the big one right there. And all of these. So this all together is going to be the big guy. This is going to be the 1701, probably. This will be the 1701A because it's a bit bigger. All right. Yeah, and then this piece right here is that piece right there. All right. So it looks like we start with putting the saucer together. I mean, that was the most solid piece of the other one. So let's do that. Let's get the saucer together. Wow, that is... They really don't give you much to put those together with. Okay, line up these two right. There we go. Nope. Is that in the hole? I should have done this on my ASMR channel. This would be almost a little bit more relaxing for ASMR. Okay. Oh, I thought that hole lined up. Hey, these 2 holes. I would think they would give you much more of a... Okay. Those line up. That lined up. Okay. 3 tiny little holes that barely get it to squeeze together. And then it's going to be held up by this. Yeah, I'm going to need glue for pretty much all of these. So we got the saucer. Now we got to do 9, 8, 9 and 8, 9, 8, 10 and 11. All right. Oh, let's not repeat. We're not going to touch it in the middle. Just get on the ends. Just that one. Okay, let's put these together. All right, definitely more substantial than the other one because it's bigger. This one. And this one. Get these put together. And then you're supposed to put stickers. Supposed to put stickers in all this. Wow. These two pieces. And then this one. Okay. This guy is supposed to fit. So these are going to come together. Like so. This is supposed to be in here. I think that piece is supposed to be in the middle. So yeah, let's get that inside. So that should be in the middle like this. No. Let's try that again. Right there. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we got that together. These are supposed to go on there and there. All right. And then we got to get these other little pieces to fit on the front up here. Okay. So one is this. So first one is this guy. That's supposed to fit on there. Okay. Squish them on. Okay, where's the little dish? This guy? That's this. My goodness. So tiny. Okay, let me have to go a little bit by bit here. There we go. Get that one off. Little twist, and we get this one. So this is the little dish on the front. There we go. Okay. All right, so far these have gone together pretty good. So we've got this done. Now we just stick. Oh, wait a minute. We got little pieces at the end. Okay, that's what these are. These are supposed to be on the back. There we go. Okay. Those are supposed to be back here. Like so. So that'll be like that. Like that. Yeah, I don't know how those are. Have to probably glue those on eventually too. Bottom. And the back. Okay. Oh boy. So it's going to be like that. That needs to actually come around like so, I believe. Okay. right, so this is supposed to be on here. These are supposed to go on here. And we will have just about have. Ooh. That's just begging to be broken. See, and that just comes right off. Yeah, these are so tiny that they are. I bet you I was supposed to put those on that on the inside. Well, so there's my main components for that Enterprise. Do I have to, maybe, let's try something. All right. Let's pry this open again. There we go. I'm going to pry that open again just a little bit. Come back and close it on top. That worked. That worked much better. All right. Let's do that over here too. There we go. Just pop it a little bit. Just enough. Just enough room. Get that in there and then close it. Pop it right over the top. Hey, look at that. Look at that. We got the body. We got the back. We got the saucer. Look at that. We got our first completed one. So the first completed starship I got. So there's my hand in comparison. To give it some scale. Kind of hard to. Okay, well here's like a box of the dollar store candies. That's the scale right there. So they are pretty tiny. Pretty tiny. But this one's ready for the stand. This one will actually, it seems like this will hold up fairly good. That smaller one, the other from the actual Enterprise show, I don't know, that's going to be tough. Now, I'm supposed to fit these stickers on here. Actually, I think it's these stickers. Which one? 1701B? 1701. 1701A. B. Yeah, I'm not sure which. Yeah, it'll take, wow. I should do another live at some other point just to put these little stickers on. That's going to take a while. All right, we got the first one. First one that's actually kind of holding together. So this one's going to take glue. I'm going to have to glue those things on. That one, I don't know. That one might stay on its own. And I think we got all the pieces. We got all the pieces on that one. All right. Now comes the NCC 1701A. And it looks like, yep, again, we are going to start with the saucer section. Well, if this is kind of a repeat of the previous one, maybe I'll be a little faster at it. This one's really flat. Look at the saucer for this one. These ones are really flat. All right. So we are going to, we just got to find, oh, not quite. There we go. These ones click from in the middle. And there we go. That's your saucer heart. Excuse me. Okay, we need 6 and 7, 8 and 9. So 8 and 9 go together. 6. 7. Ooh, hard to tell which is. Okay, so number 7 is facing this way. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So let's get these pieces off and get these together. 6, 7. Yeah, remember, I'm not going to click. I'll put the back together, and then we'll kind of leave the space on that one, just in case we got to do what we did last time. 8 and 9. Let's put 8 and 9 together. Trying not to let this one break. Well, I tell you, I would almost say, like, a review on these. I would almost say it's not. I would almost just like buy, because they're already so small and really flimsy. I would, you know what? I mean, I got a Hot Wheels, one of these things. So, like, I wound up getting like a Hot Wheels Starship, and I thought that was pretty cool. I would almost say do this instead of getting these model kits, because these model kits are pretty hard to work with. Here, I mean, this ain't gonna break either. So that's the direction I'm gonna be leaning for these things. I mean, I guess there's a reason why it was only like 40, or it was like $35 or something like that for the 4. I mean, the picture sure looks cool. Okay. So now over here, yeah, we got the midsection, got the wing, got to close it in. Yeah, this is kind of going the way it was previously. So then again, we are just going to do the back part. We'll just do the back part, leave that open, because I think we're going to be putting something in there. Oh, I don't like the way that's going to be now. These can close. These are going to have to be glued probably too onto this part. Oh, look at that. That is like. Okay, my goodness, that was like. The way that was so tight in there. It was just begging to be broken. This one. This one. That's the little middle piece. And does this one have an antenna? It doesn't look like it. Looks like there's just the one middle piece. Yeah, we already got all the pieces out of that one. Okay, so let's put this together the way that it's telling us to. So we're going to do, so these are going to go together. But this is going to be inside of here. There we go. Yeah, I finally got one the first try. All right. Okay, and then there's the cargo bay, docking bay back there. This part right here goes on top of there. That just pops on there. All right. Now, we're in the same situation as that one, where all of these are supposed to, like that's supposed to just slide right on there and stay. Oh, actually, that one stayed on pretty good. That actually felt pretty tight there. Let's try this one. Okay, well, that one actually felt pretty tight. All right, let's see how this goes on here. That's really long. I think you might actually slide it in and then down. That would help a lot with holding this in place. Slide it in. Yeah, that's supposed to slide in and then down. There. Oh, I thought I had it. Okay, that should be working, but it's just not. There we go. Ooh, that one snapped in. Oh, then I knocked this off. Okay, let's get this back on. And then we'll have a second actual fully completed one. I'm going to want to glue those on eventually. Okay, well, there's the second one. So that's the NCC 1701A. This is the NCC 1701. Here's the A. There we go. Hey, check that out. Well, what do you know? All right, let's go on to the last one. 41 minutes, eh? 41 minutes. Oh, and I've lost everybody. I'm pretty boring. Yep. Oh, wow, look at that. There's so these pieces are going to be fairly easy to put together, but my goodness, look at the sticker labeling. Woo. But that's supposed to be what makes them look from that to that. So hopefully that works. Okay. Let's move on. Oh, see, so this one came off. But it looks like everything should be in decent shape. We're starting with the saucer as well. So this one's got a big, big saucer section on this one. Okay. Look at that. And here's the saucer section. Okay. Is that together? Nah, I don't think so. Didn't seem like it went in the holes. That did. Those feel like they went in a hole. Now that does. Okay. Much bigger saucer section. That's the biggest. But this is supposed to be the bigger Starship too. All right. And we are doing. So this is number 5. Ooh, let's see. This was supposed to have another piece that clips on there, which is number 12. Is that this one? Yeah, it's number 12. And that is supposed to go. Oh. And it does. That actually popped right in there. Okay. All right. Next is this. Oh, look at all this. Okay, this a little bit more going on with this one. Okay, well, let's get these other pieces together. We have, so this must have been 9R, because this already broke off. So 9R and 8R. So these go together. We can put those together. Are they going to have... Okay, I'm going to let that gap just a little bit because we may have to leave a gap there. We'll put these together. Okay, like so. And we'll leave. Okay, and we'll leave a little wiggle room in that one too. Okay. And number 5. Ah, okay. Yep, I see. So the pointier ends seem like they're in towards the back. So this goes like yeah, okay. So it goes like that. Yep. And then you squeeze that on. And that should hold it in there. Yep. Very good. Glad we left the gap. Same with this one. Leave the gap. Squeeze it. Yep. Ooh, see, that one wants to come out. Okay. All right. So there's that. Now we got to do these 13. So number 3, number 4, 13, 11, and then 10. Okay. So this is 3 and 4. Number 10. Okay, this is number 11. This is 13. All right, this is going to be, let's see if I can figure out how to do these. All right, so. So these. Okay, so these are going like this. Right? And then and then 10 goes over the top. This will snap on top when it's ready. Oh, I see. Yes, it goes like this. So this is going to kind of go like this. Number 13, I believe, going down like down here. So that'll, yep, that goes down the bottom. I see. No, that was number 11. And then number 13, what's this little guy doing? He's going down in there. So he's supposed to fit down in here. Oof. This. Okay. So it looks like that is placed like this. And that Okay, yeah, that's supposed to be facing the back. This is supposed to be like this. But that doesn't make any sense. It seems like this is supposed to be. I'm really confused at this point. Oh boy. I'm going to just keep dropping that. Oh, big fan from India. Please shout out my friend Gay. Yeah, I don't know about that. Hello, Eric. Hello, Eric. Thanks for stopping in. Sorry, I'm so kind of into the model that I don't look up at the chat. I am really trying to figure out how this piece goes in there and really struggling with it. So, okay, so those are coming together. Let's see if I turn it the same direction. Okay, so if this all fits together like so. Okay. And this piece is supposed to fit down in there. So if I squeeze all that together, this is somehow supposed to be in there, like so. To where this is supposed to fit down in there like that. This is supposed to clog up that. I see how it's supposed to go, but how in the world am I supposed to keep that in place? I'm supposed to luck out. I need to just luck out. Okay, get back up in there. We're close. It's actually very close. No. You're supposed to. That's in the right spot. Get down in there. And you're supposed to get in there. Gosh, that is like super close to where it's supposed to be, too. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much where it's supposed to be. But my goodness, that is all right. That, and then we go like this. Shove that in there. These pieces should, yeah, there's the holes. Should be going down on there. I don't know why this side's not wanting to fit. Let me try. Oh, good Lord. You loosen one thing up and then everything else it's knocked out of whack. Okay, why is that now? Not wanting to, yeah. Now all of a sudden that piece shifted. Okay. Let's try this again. In there. And that piece just doesn't want to cooperate. Of course. All right. Well, now we've got that done. Now this piece is supposed to just snap on down in here. Yep, which it did. This piece is supposed to rest down in here. Hey, look at that. Perfect. All right. Good Lord. Yeah, this one does not want to. There's one last little part in here that just doesn't want to cooperate. Everything else snaps together except one part right there. It just wants to fight and not work. But I believe, there we go. There's the last one. All right. So that's the last one. Now that they're all built and put together, the crazy part, now, as if that wasn't hard enough, I still got some parts on that one. And then these are the bases. So this is the stands. I think this one's empty. That one's empty. I just have a few last parts for that one. Let's move this over. All right, so here's the different sizes. So there's the different sizes right there. Here's all the stickers that are supposed to go on them. That's how you know what's working. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, my old arthritic hands are probably not the best for doing this kind of work. That's for sure. Not anymore. Got nerd envy. Why, Mike? I mean, Mike Casey. You know what? It's funny that you say that because at work, hello, football fan club. I'm kind of surprised. I'd be surprised if somebody football and their name isn't watching some. You got the game going too? Got some college football going? Oh, I don't understand the question. Okay. So, 1701A, 1701B, the 1701. Oh, my favorite football team. I don't know. Maybe you can tell from what I'm doing. I'm actually not a huge football fan. I haven't watched football much for a long time. We're kind of a baseball family. We do baseball. My wife's family is all from Chicago, so this is a Cubbies household, and so yeah, we watch baseball. I'm also the Phoenix area, so we watch basketball. Actually, I grew up watching. I when I was in my late teens, and that's when Jordan was playing. So I used to watch the Bulls. Loved watching Chicago play, and then but then the Suns. Yeah, now that I'm in Phoenix, I like the Suns. I like the D-backs. Football team, though, I would have to say, because it's been long. Like I said, it's been a long time since I watched football. Here's how long it's been since I watched football. I remember my favorite team at the time was the Eagles, and I liked the Eagles because of Cunningham, the quarterback. That is my last era of watching football back then. Favorite football player is Donald Trump. Can you imagine? Wouldn't that be something? That'd be kind of fun to watch. I actually just saw a short the other day, and it showed Trump throwing a ball. He likes football. I know that. Okay, so A, top. This is probably like top, bottom. And then here's the NC 1701 by itself. Here's the letters. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be so bad at this. I'm wondering if I should keep the live going. Doing the stickers. Maybe I should try one. Could try one. Let me put the stands together. I wonder if the stands would help me. If I put them on the stand, is that going to help do the stickering? I don't know. That's just more to fall off of. Let's just see. Here's one stand. Second one. Third one. What time is it there? And I'm actually in Phoenix now. And it is 1:40 p.m. Definitely been a nice lazy day today. I hope everybody's having a nice lazy day today. Just don't even think about work or nothing. All right, so here's the stands. In India, it's 2 a.m. Okay, so let's get this one on a stand. Let's stick this one on a stand. See how that works. Hey, look at that! Look at that! That looks pretty good, I must say. I was dissing these things, but I don't know. Maybe after I get done, maybe it won't be so bad. I like how they're looking on the stands. And this one's kind of big, so he needed there's an extra holder in there. Look at that. All right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Didn't mean to just yell in your ear like that. Let me get that one. Out of the way. This poor guy. This was the one I was looking the most forward to as well. And yet this is the most bothersome one. The one from Enterprise, because these things will not stay on there. I'm going to have to glue them on. So that's going to the side. Let's move these over as well. I don't know. I guess I could try doing some of the stickers for this one. Okay, it does. So, I mean, they are indicated on here where they're supposed to go. So E1. Oh my goodness, look at these tiny little stickers. how am I supposed to get those off? I mean, maybe I can get something like this off, but those tiny little ones, oh my gosh. I mean, I'm gonna have to get like tweezers or something. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. All right, you know what? Let's get the NC 1701 off. Let's see this. Can I do this? Oh my gosh. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Is there? Do I have to like take? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I got my knife right here. Let's see. Let's see if I can. Let me see if I could just get under there. Can I get in there enough? I'm just gonna butcher it. I'm just gonna butcher it up. It looks like this is supposed to rip right off, but I don't know. Oof. Boy, I don't know. Is there a special way? Okay, maybe I should. Okay, cut decals apart, close to image. Apply one at a time. Oh my gosh. I don't think I got enough time. I don't have time to do this on a live. Okay, so look at the instructions for these decals. These are like these are almost like tattoos. Like cut decals apart close to image. Apply one at a time. Dip decal into some lukewarm water, room temp water, until paper backing loosens. Moisten area of model where decal is to be applied and aid in positioning. Slide decal partly off of paper packing. Place decal on model face up and slide paper backing away. Thoroughly blot out excess water, air bubbles, and any Excel emulsion with a soft lint-free cloth. Allow time to dry before handling. So you have to cut every one of these, even these little dots. You have to cut these around, put them in water till the paper backing softens up, and then the decal should kind of slide off onto a also, this has to be wet. Oh, I was not made for this game. Oh my God. I do not have patience for that at all. I may try that someday, but oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't think I could do that today. That's just too much. That's just too much. Why couldn't they just be easy little, stickers, heel and stick? Yeah, I don't think I got time for that today. Well, could take any comments from the feed if anybody wants to. Hopefully, we got some likes in there. Did anybody give me some likes? I need some likes. I need some of that algorithm. Need all the help I can get on that. I had a short that's been trending just recently. Usually, I'll do decent on my shorts, and had one that just kind of like took off recently. It's still been going today. All right. So yeah, click that like, subscribe. I got over 300 videos. Over 300 videos. Can you believe that? I can't. I cannot believe I have that many videos. So yeah, we will tackle the stickers at some other time. But got the models themselves together. So oy. What is this? I don't know what these are for. Yeah, I'll leave that. All this plastic. They said there was more plastic to just put all this, to hold all the pieces than there was in pieces. Okay, this one I'm going to just kind of keep this one wrapped up because this one's going to need some glue and some repair a little bit since that piece broke. So we'll leave that one to be dealt with at another time. We'll deal with the stickers at another time, but at least I know that even though my box came and it was all crunched up, at least I know that the pieces survived. Oh my goodness. That is going to take forever to do these decals. I mean, since you have to cut each one, dip it in water. I was wondering why that wasn't peeling off. I mean, I don't know if you could see the glare, but I mean, you can kind of see where it looks like it would just be a peel-off sticker. I would not expect I'd have to cut every single one of these things out on their own and then wait till the water makes the paper soft and the decal can slide off the paper. And then this is supposed to be a little wet too, so you can slide it on there. These decals are going to look horrible by the time I'm done with it. All right, everybody. How about a like? Please give me a like. Give me a thumbs up. Something. I've had a few nice comments in the chat, and I appreciate it. But yeah, would love to get a few likes to get that algorithm out there. I don't even have one like. Not a single thumbs up. Can that be true? Have I been that bad? Have I been that horrible? Not even a single. I think I got one now. And I gave it to myself. That's right. I gave myself a like. Somebody has to. Actually, let's put it back this way. That back. Put all this in here. That's garbage. And then the box back together. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's how Amazon delivered it. All smashed. But pieces survived. They made it. Well, here's 3 of them. The other one's going to need some repairs. And then to do the decals, that's going to be a lot of work. All right. Well, man, I still have 11 on. I could kind of keep going with some live. Austin Live. Here, hang on a second. Anybody in the mood for a James Bond choose your own adventure? Anybody in the mood for a James Bond choose your own adventure? I have my bookmark in there for where I left off. Because, see, what if I can come down a little bit? Let's focus in on the page a little bit more. So where are we? Okay. All right. So James Bond, Find Your Fate, number 14. This was based on A View to a Kill. So James Bond in Barracuda Run. All right. James Bond, Barracuda Run. All right. Tahiti. You give the green flippers on your feet a kick and glide through the clear blue waters off the beautiful South Sea island of Tahiti. Just ahead, Manya, your gorgeous companion, leads the way through magnificent coral reefs of pink and white. Her long black hair billows behind her in the crystal clear water. You think how lovely that hair will look by moonlight on the terrace of your beachside hotel. Even secret agents need a vacation once in a while, and this is yours, Agent 007. Thoughts of criminal masterminds and evil conspiracies couldn't be further from your mind right now. But just remember, the forces of evil never take a vacation. Be on your guard, James Bond. Something unpleasant may lie just beyond the next coral reef. Turn to page 9. All right, so let's turn to page 9. I'm going to save us a little bit because I did read a little bit of this already. Okay. While you were daydreaming, your pretty companion has disappeared from sight. Ahead is the rusty wreck of a sunken ship. You quickly decide this is where your friend has gone. After all, what scuba diver can resist the romantic lure of a sunken ship? You decide to join her inside for a little underwater rendezvous. Oh. But just then, an intruder appears in your deep-sea wonderland. A most unwelcome intruder. It's a 10-foot-long killer shark. What to do? You can take refuge in the wreck with your companion, or you can take on the shark with your underwater spear gun. Make up your mind fast. That shark looks hungry, and you're the only tidbit in sight. All right, so what would you do? Would you go to the ship? Would you fight the shark? All right, what do you recommend? Do we go to the ship, page 14, or do we fight the shark, page 21? Now, I'm going to give you a hint. I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint, because in these Choose Your Own Adventure books, it never goes well to play it safe. So just keep that in mind. It never bodes well playing it safe. So what do you think? What should we do? We're going to go to the ship or fight the shark? I think I told you the answer already. All right. So actually, it's best to do the most daring thing. So we're going to fight the shark. Let's go to page 21. We're going to fight the shark. All right. You figure that even if you hide, the shark will find you eventually, so you decide to face your enemy and get it over with now. You raise your spear gun, take careful aim, and fire. The spear pierces the shark's tough hide, and the mighty killer flinches. But the wound is not a fatal one. To your horror, the shark turns and advances toward you. His large jaws are open, revealing rows and rows of razor-sharp teeth. You have two options left, and begging the shark for mercy just isn't one of them. You can defend yourself with the knife that hangs from your waist, or you can remove your oxygen tank and try to jam it into those murderous jaws and hope that gives you enough time to escape to the surface. Neither option holds much appeal, but do nothing and your shark meat. Which will it be? What should we choose? Should we choose use our knife or use our tank? I got to be honest, I can't remember which one takes us is the safest one, or like, we don't die doing. I think we're supposed to use the tank, if I remember right. Like I said, I read ahead but not all the way, just through this little bit. Let's go to 60. We're going to use the tank. Oh, check this out. Look at the artwork. You quickly unstrap the bulky oxygen tank and ram it into the huge mouth of the shark. The powerful jaws come down on the tank's metal surface with a tremendous crunch. What happens next is purely a matter of luck. Your luck or the shark's. Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember this was like a 50-50, which isn't fun in a choose-your-own-adventure book. If it's Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, turn to page 102. If it's Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday, all right, so it is Saturday, so we have to go to page 102. We're probably going to die. Yep. Hungry shark greedily devours the entire oxygen tank in 2 big bites. If you were hoping to previous shorts or PUBG gameplay, now this. PUBG gameplay. Let's see. All right, well, we died. Mobile shooting games? I don't remember doing any mobile shooting games. You might have a different channel in mind. Because I don't think I've done any of those. Oh, I wish. You think this is studying? These are choose your own adventure books. All right, well, let's say, so page, let's, as you do in these choose your own adventure books, we're going to cheat. Let's go to a different page. Okay. With the shark's first bite, the oxygen tank is neatly severed in half. The pressurized oxygen whooshes out, sending streams of bubbles in every direction. The shark is startled and confused. You take advantage of its confusion to propel yourself up to the water's surface. As your head bobs above the water, you take a deep breath. Fresh air never felt so good, and the view is beautiful too. For there, sunning herself in a carved-out canoe, is the lovely Manya. You grab hold of the side of the canoe and pull yourself inside. Your lady friend dives overboard and swims away. So much for the famous Bond charm. As you steady yourself, your ankle hits something sharp in the bow of the canoe. You look down and see a perfect conch shell. You pick up the shell and hold it to your ear. When you were a lad, you used to love to hear the sound of the surf in shells. But to your complete surprise, this time you don't hear the roar of the sea, but the voice of a man. Talk about shell shock. Lol, shell shock. All right, and then it says go to page 13. So 13. Greetings, 007, says the voice. Hope your vacation was a pleasant one. It's M, your superior. Hello, old chap, you say into the shell, which is obviously a two-way radio. Hearing from you is always a pleasure. But I must say, it is a bit unsettling to hear you refer to my vacation in the past tense. Sorry, 007, M replies brusquely, not sounding all that sorry. Report to the British consul in 2 hours, and I'll give you all the details of your next assignment. It's business as usual. To find out what M has in store for you, turn to page 57. Right, I need a drink. Pardon me. If you're popping in, please hit the like button. I appreciate it. Please trying to boost that algorithm a little bit. All right, let's see. All right, see what M's got in store for you. Turn to page 57. All right, 57 it is. Your briefing at the British consulate is short and to the point. We've recently received reports that the notorious ex-Nazi Dr. Hans Glob has been seen in Greece, says M grimly. He's going by the name Mortner now. Rumor has it he's conducting secret experiments at a hidden laboratory in the area. The experiments may involve human engineering and brain implants. There's even talk that your old friend Max Zorin is in on the project. You whistle slowly. Max Zorin, French industrialist and sometime KGB collaborator, is a man you have tangled with before. Glob and Zorin, you say softly. That's quite a duo. Where do I start? Glob's yacht, the Caesar, is anchored in the Aegean off the Greek island of Nikos, explains M. Nikos is a small volcanic island not far from Crete. Crete, you say dreamily. You seem to remember a certain redhead on Crete. Turn to page 110. All right, so we're going to be going to Crete. 007, pay attention, and snaps you back to reality. The CIA has seen Glob making frequent trips from the boat to a villa on the island. And this, frankly, is what has us worried, 007. You see, the European Alliance's new supersonic submarine, the Barracuda, is hidden on a base on Nikos. With its nuclear missiles, the Barracuda is a virtually invincible weapon. And you think Glob and Zorin may be after the Barracuda, you say? It's possible, replies M. Find Glob's lab and see what he's up to, 007. And be careful, you'll be up against a vicious, evil genius. All right, so now it says go to page 87. As you leave M's office, Miss Moneypenny calls out to you from her desk. I've got something for you, James. She holds out a small suitcase. There's some new gadgets Q has for you to try out, she explains. So you know about the Thanos glove. I have heard of the Thanos glove. Let's see. Inside the suitcase, you find a pair of boating shoes, a gold chain, and a pocket calculator. Wonder how those are going to come into play. Thank Q for the shoes, you say drolly, and tell him I already have a calculator and I don't wear chains. Open the calculator, Moneypenny smiles. You do and discover that the innocent-looking calculator is, in fact, a nice, neat, wallet-sized gun. Okay? The shoes are equally deceptive. Hidden inside each sole is a tiny gas canister. When a tassel is pulled on each shoe, a gas is released that can temporarily paralyze an enemy. The chain, it turns out, is actually a unique voice transformer. Put it around your neck and your voice is instantly disguised. Aren't you going to wish me luck? You say to Moneypenny as you shut the suitcase. You don't need luck, James, she replies. You were born with it. Page 96. Well, that's actually a cool gadget. That would be kind of cool to see them do in... Now, in the Bond movie, they did do, in Diamonds Are Forever, they did a voice changer, but it was a big machine that they could do it with over the phone. But to have one, like have your voice changer in a necklace, that could be a cool gadget for the next upcoming movie. All right, you catch the next flight to Athens and then take a small private plane to Crete, then a hydrofoil to Nikos. Nikos is an extraordinary place. The purple-gray volcanic cliffs rise hundreds of feet from the dark Aegean Sea. Olive trees cling to their sides, valiantly holding their own against the beating they take from the salt, the wind, and the volcano itself. But you're not here to study the fascinating terrain. You must start your investigation at once. Two plans come to mind. You can start at sea by somehow getting yourself an invitation to Glob's yacht, or you can start on land at the ex-Nazi's villa. Which will it be? What do we want to do? Do we want to try the yacht first, or do we want to try the villa? This is one of those instances where the storyline is going to change. If we go to the yacht, it's going to be a completely different story than if we go to the villa. So I wonder which direction we should go. Personally, I'm thinking the yacht. So I don't know what anybody else is thinking. But if you're jumping in, throw on a like. Throw me a like, please. I appreciate it. Let's start with the yacht. Let's try the yacht. We'll probably like die instantly. That's the wrong. I always pick the wrong direction. All right. You decide to approach Glob by sea. Your plan is to disguise yourself as a rich American yachtsman and connive an invitation onto Glob's yacht. To put your plan into operation, you enlist the aid of Kimberly Jones, a beautiful young agent you've worked with before. Good to see you again, James, says Kimberly as you make your rendezvous at the marina. The name's Cecil Bunbridge, dear, you reply. Part-time yachtsman and full-time American playboy. And you are this year's playmate. Sounds like fun, she says. When do we start the masquerade? Right now, you say. You charter a sloop and quickly locate Glob's enormous yacht. Navigating past some treacherous rocks, you draw near enough to the Caesar to spot Glob and some friends on deck. That's quite a distinguished-looking group of guests, murmurs Kimberly. So true, you tell her. Shall we go on board and try to find out what Glob and his gang are up to, you ask? Go to page 74. This might be one of those times where they blow us out of the water. Okay. Got some more artwork. That was always my favorite part in these books, was getting to the pages with the artwork. To get the attention of the crew and guests on the Caesar, you send out an urgent SOS on your shortwave radio. The Caesar receives your message and allows you to come alongside her. Glob Mortner and his guests are at the ship's railing, looking down at you anxiously. What's the problem? Asks the doctor. Disaster, you reply. We've completely run out of champagne. Turn to page 75. Oh, next page over. Several of the guests laugh at this little witticism, but Glob is not amused. You scramble on board his yacht before he has a chance to stop you. Kimberly follows you, giving everyone a good look at her attractive bathing suit. I'm afraid I don't appreciate your sense of humor, Mr. says Glob. The name's Cecil Bunbridge, you tell him, shaking his hand heartily. And this is my friend, Kimberly Smith. The male guests are immediately impressed by Kimberly. Even Glob seems more cordial when confronted with her beauty. This is exactly what you had counted on. My name is Dr. Mortner, he oozes as Kimberly smiles in his direction. Turn to page 85. You have such a beautiful yacht, purrs Kimberly, going into her dumb blonde routine. My goodness. Glob beams at... Now remember, these books are back from the 80s, everybody. All right. Glob beams at her and gestures to a pudgy man in a white suit. Scarpine, he says. Why don't you go get some champagne for our latest guests? Scarpine looks like a thug, but what's more disturbing is that he looks like a familiar thug. You hope he doesn't recognize you. As Scarpine serves you champagne, he gives you a dark stare. You move away from the crowd. This seems like a good time to explore the ship. Everyone's attention is focused on Kimberly, so your absence will hardly be noticed. Excuse me, old chap, you say to Glob, slapping him on the back. Must use the little boy's room. Could you direct me? Glob gives you the kind of look usually reserved for a cockroach and points the way. Good work. This gives you a chance to look around the yacht. On page 107. All right, go to 107. Checking to see that your calculator gun is still in your pocket, you wander along the deck. You go down a flight of steps to a long corridor. On your left, you see an elevator. On your right is a door. Behind the door, you can hear the unmistakable click-clack of a computer printing. Perhaps this is the nerve center of Glob's secret operation. Or will the elevator lead you to even darker secrets? Decide which way to go and be fast. Glob may grow suspicious when you don't appear topside soon. So do we do the elevator to go wherever, Or do we go to the door where there's some kind of a computer printer? Let's see. Well, what did I say earlier? What is it? Never play it safe. You can't play it safe. So let's take the biggest risk and go for the elevator. Page 41. Somehow you feel the bigger secrets will be found below deck. So you enter the elevator and press a button that will take you down one level. The doors snap shut and the elevator drops down. The doors open onto what appears to be a loading area. You sneak around a corner and see men dressed neatly in green uniforms loading supplies into a small boat. As you watch them work, you notice something very odd about these men. Their movements are fast, speeded up like the action in an old-time silent movie. Yet for all their efforts, they don't seem the least bit tired. Their faces show no signs of stress or strain. In fact, they are completely expressionless. At first, you think maybe they're robots, but their skin is too real. They're obviously human. But still, there's something strange about them. Are they guinea pigs in some experiment of Glob's? You can stick around and try to learn more about these dehumanized workers and what they're up to, or you can take the elevator back up to that door and investigate what's behind it. Maybe whatever's being printed out will give you a key to what's going on. So do we just stick around down here, or do we go back to the door? Well, I think we got a good clue of something already. So I'm kind of thinking we go back to the door. All right. Yeah, let's try going back to the door. As you approach the door, the clack-clack of the printer you heard before stops. It's silent as you turn the knob and enter. The room is, as you suspected, a computer lab. Sitting at terminals, tapping away at the keyboards, are 6 robots. They look like giant erector set models and have red flashing light bulbs for eyes. You get the distinct feeling that you've stepped into a sci-fi movie. You move behind one of the terminals to avoid being seen. You trip on a wire and a heavy book thuds to the floor. The robots took no notice of the sudden noise or of you. They go right on with their work. They must be programmed to do only their computer tasks, you decide. This is a great opportunity to inspect the premises and read the information on the printouts that are stacked up all over the lab. Pardon me, old chap, you say to one of the robots as you help yourself to his printouts. The printouts are very revealing. Oh, okay, turn to page 105. The printouts give you every reason to believe Glob is going to try to steal the Barracuda, but how and when? The information must be here somewhere in these piles of papers. What about Kimberly? She's alone on deck with Glob and the company. Can you afford to take the time to read all this? Glob may already be so suspicious about your disappearing act. Maybe it's time to go back and put on an appearance on deck. Let's see. Do we investigate the lab further? Or do we go up on deck? I think we've been gone long enough. It's probably time to go back on deck. Let's just go to page 112. You grab a printout that deals with the Barracuda's weapon system and stuff it in your pocket. Then you leave the computer lab and return to the main deck. All right, 1 second. I'm gonna raise my desk. Raise my desk so I could stand up a little bit. Been sitting for a while here. All right, let's see. Leave the computer lab, return to the main deck. Your plan is to get Kimberly and head for shore as soon as possible. Even though you don't know the whole story, you've got enough to put Glob out of commission for quite some time. You find Glob, Kimberly, and the others seated at the captain's table in the ship's dining room. Where have you been, Mr. Bunbridge? Glob asks innocently. Afraid I got a bit lost, you explain. We Bunbridges aren't known for our sense of direction. Well, Kimberly, I think it's time we hit the high seas. Absolutely not, your host says. Dinner is about to be served. I insist you and Miss Smith join us. You look at Kimberly, but her eyes reveal nothing. You figure that refusing his invitation would make Glob suspicious, so you prepare to dine. Dinner is served, page 54. You sit down next to Kimberly in the dining room with Glob and his guests. How can I turn down such a generous invitation, you say? Is the food any good around here? You ask rather loudly of a Japanese gentleman on your right. A waiter brings out a large tureen of Greek lemon soup. You slurp it loudly to everyone's annoyance. Then one of the sailors approaches Glob at the table. He whispers something in the doctor's ear. Glob's piercing blue eyes narrow on you. Has your identity been revealed to Glob? Better get out of here fast, Bond. You're eating on borrowed time. You deliberately upset your soup bowl. Hot soup spills across several laps. The confusion that follows gives you enough time to bend down under the table and pull the tassels on your shoes. You cover your nose and mouth with a napkin and motion to Kimberly to do the same. The paralyzing gas is activated and quickly fills the air. Keep holding your nose and turn to page 76. All right. Let's go to 76. Oh, we hit the end. Glob and the other dinner guests are immediately overcome by the gas, but you and Kimberly dive over the rail and into the water before the gas gets to you. You scramble onto your sloop and head home. Home is headquarters on Crete, where you report your findings to M. The Barracuda is moved to safer quarters. The European Alliance forces quickly board Glob's yacht, where he and his friends are still sleeping off the effects of the gas. They'll have plenty of time to sleep in the future behind bars. Later that evening, you and Kimberly go to a small tavern on Crete to discuss the mission over Osaka and Retsina. James, Kimberly purrs, this mission was a lot of fun, don't you think? My dear, you reply, refilling her glass, it was a gas. Okay. I mean, it was a successful mission, but it was a little bit of a boring one. We didn't get to, I mean, look at this. There's all kinds of pieces of the story we never got to get to. So I'll bet you if we would have went to the villa, yeah, there's all kinds of things. Other directions would have led us into more interesting parts of the story. That's how these books go, though. And then you can just kind of decide to go from a different page than you were before. All right. Well, I've pretty much lost most everybody that's come in and out. Haven't gotten any likes. Nobody must have liked any of my content. So anyway, thought I'd go live for a while. And guess I'll probably sign off for now. Take care.